Hey, I welcome you to the Pew and the Pulpit, coming to you live from the Anglican Church of the Holy Spirit, Bronx, New York. The address is 3840 Seaton Avenue, off 233rd Street, when going towards the highway. And the address is, the zip code is 10466. 10466. Our email address is Anglican Church of the Holy Spirit at yahoo.com. Email us at Anglican Church of the Holy Spirit at yahoo.com. The phone to reach the church by phone, 929-944-3424. 929-944-3424. Come, we worship every Sunday at 11 a.m. It's just a 2-hour service. We are a live and happening church here in the Bronx, New York City, and in the center of New York City. And we are a welcoming congregation. We worship in English. All is welcomed, but we do not believe in gay marriage. So don't come expecting to be wedded in our church, because it's not part of our tradition. We are part of CONAM. CONAM is Church of Nigeria Mission in North America. So we're a full-fledged Church of Nigeria Mission here in America. Come and be blessed. Thank you. We welcome you again to another episode of the Pew and the Pulpit, coming to you from the Anglican Church of the Holy Spirit here in the Bronx, New York. Remember that the address is 3840 Seaton Avenue, Bronx, New York, zip code 10466. Today in the studio, we have our father in the Lord, a renowned father, an experienced bishop, and a senior bishop at that, another person than the Right Reverend Chijioke Ndidiamaka Oti, the Lord Bishop of Anglican Diocese on the Lake. My Lord Bishop, you are welcome.
Thank you very much, Dave, for having me.
Yeah. Today we will be discussing a very interesting topic. I know a lot of us see men on purple, and so many clergy desire to be one, and people don't know how they are made. So we have the bishop in the studio this day to tell us the process of becoming a bishop. My Lord, who is an Anglican bishop?
Yeah, thank you for that question. To become an Anglican bishop, with particular reference to the Church of Nigeria, there are 5 processes that one must go through. The first process is ordination. One must be ordained as a priest before one becomes a bishop. You know, the Anglican Church has 3 clerical orders: deacon, priest, and bishop. So that is to say that for one to become a bishop, you must be ordained a priest. In other words, a deacon cannot become a bishop. He must be a priest, first of all, ordained a priest. And a lay person cannot become a bishop. So it is ordination. That's the first process. The second process is eligibility. Passing the eligibility test. And this test is set by the Constitution of Nigeria. In the Constitution, the person to be elected as a bishop must have been trained in a theological college recognized and approved by the Church of Nigeria. He also must have been a priest for no less than 15 years. And also he must be not less than 45 years of age. And then the one that is not mentioned there, but it is also part of the eligibility test, is that the person must be a priest in good standing in his diocese, in good standing where he's serving. The third process is nomination. When the conclave meets, that is the Episcopal Synod, for the purpose of electing a bishop, the person must be nominated. If you are not nominated, you cannot be elected. So the person must be nominated. That's the third process. The fourth process is election. The person must be elected by 2/3 of the bishops present and voting. And then the fifth process is consecration. Because someone can be elected, but until that person is consecrated, he's not yet a bishop.
Wow.
So that's the fifth process.
Wow. Someone may be elected, but until he is consecrated, he's not yet a bishop. That's a powerful one. My Lord, in the process that you mentioned, does any other house, because we understand that in the Anglican Church, we have 3 houses, the house of laity, the house of clergy, and the house of bishop. My question would be, does the house of clergy have any role to play in the making of a bishop?
Yes, that's a very good question. The Anglican Church, like you mentioned, is sitting on a tripod. House of bishops, house of clergy, house of laity. And in the election of a bishop or archbishop or even the primate, the 3 houses are involved. The 3 houses are involved.
So what are their involvement?
Now,
How?
there's what we call advisory committee, diocesan advisory committee, provincial diocesan advisory committee for the election of a bishop, diocesan bishop, provincial advisory committee for election of archbishop, and then Church of Nigeria advisory committee for election of the primate. Now, these committees, advisory committees, are made up of clergy and laity. The diocesan advisory committee is made up of clergymen below the rank of archdeacon.
So why is it so? Why are the archdeacons excluded?
I think my own reasoning, to give the other people the chance, because it is assumed that archdeacons are nearer to become bishops.
In a nutshell, archdeacons are kind of excluded from the decision making.
Yeah, so
is that what it is?
Yeah, so not actually. There's still clergy. The clergy is presented,
but not the senior clergy.
Yeah, but from canon downwards, and then the lay.
Okay, so that's a good one, my Lord Bishop. We want to ask, what is the involvement of the laity? How are they directly involved, or is it just by the advisory committee?
Yeah, the advisory committee is a powerful committee. It's a powerful involvement, because they decide, they advise the House of Bishops. This is the kind of person we want as our bishop, but they don't say this is the person we want. They say this is the kind of person. They give the qualifications, of the kind of person they want. So it's
not the person.
Not the person, no. They can't give the person, because if they give the person that done the election by itself.
So so it is, having said this, it is wrong for any group of people to say we want this person as a bishop. Like we understand that in most cases we find where people from dioceses, we ask for their son, if it's not this person or that person, that they don't want that bishop to be elected, or this person to be elected bishop, we want the other person to be elected. Is that correct?
No, that is wrong. That is quite wrong. If you give them the person to be elected, that means you have done the election. There's no need for the
conclave
to meet. So what they do is to give us an overview of the kind of person, the qualifications, that they desire in a bishop.
Okay. Now, in the consecration of bishop, how many, because we hear these assistant bishop, coadjutor, a suffragan bishop, are they bishops? If they are, a suffragan bishop, an assistant bishop, if they are bishop, are they elected through the same process?
Of course, they are bishops, and every bishop is elected through the same process.
So what are their roles?
Well, the assistant bishop is to assist the assistant bishop. And then the suffragan is also, as an assistant bishop, is also there to assist, doing one function assigned to him by the assistant bishop.
Is it the same as missionary bishop?
Well, every bishop is a missionary bishop. But if what you are asking is in terms
the terminology, missionary bishop.
Missionary bishop, as I understand it, is a bishop assigned to a particular mission. But generally, every one of us, we are missionaries.
What about bishop theologian?
Bishop theologian is a bishop assigned with the duty of directing the theological thoughts, of the church, and also overseeing theological issues that may arise.
So, having said this, I understand that you are a diocesan bishop, and you have been a diocesan bishop for 16 years, I believe.
Yeah, 16 years.
So that's a whole lot. Yeah. So, how does one become a diocesan bishop? Is it by right, or by election, or by appointment? So, what makes one a diocesan bishop?
Yeah, like I said earlier, every bishop is elected. So what makes one of the diocesan bishops is enthronement. When you're enthroned in a particular diocese, you are the diocesan bishop of that diocese. So it's enthronement.
So what are their functions? Do they have different functions from other bishops that we mentioned now?
Yeah, a diocesan bishop has the function of guiding the diocese, directing and administering the diocese, guiding the clergy on what to do and the laity on how to work together for the success of the diocese. So he is an administrator, he is a shepherd, he is a pastor.
So of his diocese. That means it's within a jurisdiction.
Yeah.
He has an area where he is.
A diocese.
A diocese,
yeah.
That is within his jurisdiction.
With boundaries, yeah.
Boundaries. Yeah. Now, my Lord, having said this, who is an archbishop?
Well, archbishop is a bishop elected by the House of Bishops to direct the affairs or to supervise, if I may use that word, a province, what happens in a province, and then to report to the primate. So he's a diocesan bishop in that particular province, but he's elected by the House of Bishops to supervise this province.
So does he have a supervisory role over another diocese?
Of course, to some extent he does.
So we want to know the extent.
Yeah, he calls meetings of bishops in that province, and they take decisions, of what to do, and by that, every bishop in that province should attend the meeting or must attend the meeting because, he directs.
So does it affect the role of the primate as well? Is it same thing with the role of the primate?
But the primate is in charge of the church in the entire church of Nigeria, entire province of Nigeria. And then he has the responsibility of making sure that things are right. The primate has the authority to intervene in any diocese. He has the authority because he is not just the primate, he's a metropolitan.
So the word, I was coming to that.
Yeah.
So the word metropolitan, primate, and archbishop, because we understand that in Church of Nigeria, the primate is addressed as a metropolitan, the primate, and the archbishop. So can you throw light on these three nomenclatures that the primate has?
Yeah, he is the primate because he is the first among equals. In the Church of Nigeria, he is the first among equals. He is archbishop because Archbishop of Abuja province. He is the metropolitan because he has rights to intervene in the province.
So can he intervene in a diocesan issue?
Of course he can. He has authority.
Wow.
Authority.
Wow. This is enlightening. So the primate has the right to intervene in a particular diocese.
He has the right.
If there is need.
Yeah, he has
if the
right.
need arises for such intervention.
Sure.
Now, in Church of Nigeria, we understand that the bishop is enthroned.
Yeah.
So during his enthronement, can you tell us the process of enthroning a bishop? I know you were made a bishop.
Yeah.
So what process did it go when you were enthroned?
Yeah, in the first place, when a bishop is elected, a notice is sent to the archdeacon in the cathedral or the church to be made, which is the cathedral, the archdeacon or whoever is there. The letter is sent to the person, and that letter empowers him to enthrone the bishop on a set date. And again, that notice is also pasted on the door of the cathedral, for 21 days. And what that means is that anybody who has any reason.
This 21 days after election or 21 days after consecration?
No, after election.
Okay.
After election, before consecration.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's based on the door of the cathedral. So if anybody or group of persons has any reason to object,
okay,
to the election of that person, they have that window of 21 days.
Wow.
To do that. And then if nothing like that happens, there will be consecration. Then after the consecration, the archdeacon or whoever is in that place is communicated in that church. The priest there, whether that's archdeacon or a canon, administrator, whoever, is communicated by the primate to enthrone the bishop. So it is actually the archdeacon who enthrones the bishop. So
the archdeacon, that means a priest enthrones a bishop. What if you have other bishops in that ceremony?
No. Yeah, they can be in attendance.
But there won't be the celebrant.
No.
Neither would there be the
one who
officiating.
Yeah, the one who enthrones the bishop is the archdeacon in that place.
Or the priest in the cathedral enthrones the bishop.
Yeah.
So after enthronement, he descends and the bishop ascends.
Of course,
that's what nature brings.
Yeah.
So, viewers, it's a pleasure having this pleasant conversation with our Father in the Lord. For those who don't know how Anglican bishops are made, they are elected and the three houses are involved. But the conclave, which is the House of Bishop or the Episcopal Synod, elects actually the individual to become a bishop. He has enlightened us today. And it's not a political tussle, or is it?
Of course it's not.
So no campaigns?
No campaigns.
No buying of votes like the political system?
No.
Can you tell us about that in 2 minutes?
No, nothing like that happens. You know, the election of bishop is a spiritual matter. It's a spiritual matter. The bishops meet under the guidance of the Holy Spirit.
That word is important. Thank you. Viewers, it's been a pleasant time again. Our Lord Bishop have done great to explain and enlighten us about the process of becoming an Anglican bishop. You may desire to be one, but until you are elected, you cannot be. Thank you, my Lord, for coming.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure having you. Keep watching Anglican Church of the Holy Spirit, the Pew and the Pulpit, and ACNN. God bless you.